What's up? What are you doing? Why in my cabinet? What's happening? The baby's asleep, and she wanted brownies. She specifically said, "I want brownies," and you know, it's Weirded Beardo Bakes, so I want to do you one better, and we're gonna bake a Tarheel pie. Yeah, stay tuned. Let's go. Come on.
I'm gonna bake something tasty. Gonna be crazy.
Start with the chocolate. We're gonna have 3/4 cup of chocolate. I've got semi-sweet chocolate chips from Aldi, Belgian cocoa. It's really good. We've got 3 tablespoons of oil. You can use canola oil or vegetable oil. I'm going with coconut oil because we're gonna add some coconut. That's gonna give a really good coconutty flavor. And we got 5 tablespoons of butter, and then 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and I've tossed in a teaspoon of espresso powder. Added richness, that's up to you, but if you have it in your pantry, go for it. Okay, so traditionally we're looking at just a regular fudgy pie, but we're going to add a 1/2 cup of toasted coconut and 1 cup of chopped pecans. So we're just making a chocolate brownie without the leavening agent, really. I mean, there's no baking powder or baking soda. It's just a unrisen brownie pie. It's gonna be awesome. So you just want to kind of melt down this butter. This is like actual sweet cream, whole butter. You can use anything you have, but it's really easy pie. You know, just using little, basic staples you have in your pantry. But yeah, this butter, this chocolate. How's everybody? How you doing? My wife's in the living room with the baby. Wednesday specifically requested Beetlejuice, so that's what they're watching. Anyway, turn this fan on for a little bit. It's gonna be nice. I don't know why I decided to make this pie. Nate and I just kind of saw it on Facebook, and I thought, well, that's nice, interesting, fudgy, I like the idea of like a fudge pie. It's just like an undercooked fudgy brownie. In fact, it's requests that we bake this on the low rack of the oven. And then that it specifically should be underbaked. So here we go. We're just getting this. I love this Coach Bloom whisk. I've said that a million times, I know, but it's true. It's just absolutely true. 3/4 cup chocolate chips or chocolate of your choosing. This is all these chocolate here, and it's really good. Turn this heat down a little bit. It doesn't take long at all. Look at that. See, no time, just a minute or two. Let's heat down a little bit. Basically, we're just gonna put everything into this saucepan. This is my my always pan that my mother-in-law got me. God. Coconut oil. I know you saw that. I know you all saw that. But anyway, I cleaned everything up. God, that was awful. Just chocolate everywhere. So, heat this up, melt this chocolate, melt in this oil, and then we're going to take our cocoa powder, just whisk that in. There we go. Let it dissolve. Cocoa powder doesn't usually clump up that much, so a little bit of espresso. It's gonna be awesome. Get a nice smooth, rich chocolate. It's a little thicker. There you go. All right. Now that you have this, let's get the other ingredients. So for the rest of our pie, we need 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of regular sugar, and 6 tablespoons of flour. Okay, so this is fairly cool now. I don't want it to be too hot because I'm just going to add the eggs one at a time. You don't want them to cook up, so this should be fairly melted up. And then you're just going to add the eggs one at a time. Yeah. And then the rest of your dry ingredients. And then we're just going to pour this into our pie shell. Right? Man, this baby's insane. Vanilla, I'm just going to put the vanilla in here. But I transferred everything to a bowl just to make it a little easier. All of your dry ingredients, flour, sugar, salt, everything in this bowl. It's just all going to go in here. Going to give it a good mix. We don't have a leavening agent here, so this isn't really going to rise. It's not going to pop up. Essentially, all you're really doing is these eggs are going to hold it together a little bit, and it's going to bind it all together. But no leavening agent. You're not looking for anything to rise here necessarily. That's why we can have an underbaked inside. Now our mix-ins. Yeah, coconut. I put these into the food processor as just a good pulse. Also, 1 cup here of pecans. I pulse these down really well into a kind of a meal. You see this? A meal. Only because my wife doesn't really want to crunch right now. Having tooth issues, but because this is just like a fudge brownie, essentially this stuff here is just texture. Of course, given this is a southern pie, it's using those pecans, but like I said, I'm using that more as a pecan meal almost, just to give it some texture. It looks good, but just take those nuts and that coconut and put it into the oven at low temperature, maybe 300 degrees, for about 15 minutes, and just halfway through mix it up. Make it brown. It'll release all those oils, and it's going to smell really good. So our basic flour butter crust here, and 1 1/4 cup roughly of flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon sugar, 1 stick of butter. Cut that butter up into little chunks. Get your fork, mash it up really good, and then you know, put in maybe half a cup of really, really cold water. You want cold water, you want cold butter, because that's going to give you a really flaky crust. And the whole point to this Tarheel pie is that, yes, in fact, it does look like a brownie, but it is a pie. 350. I'm going to put this on the bottom of the oven rack here. Just a couple of pokes with the fork. Let's kind of aerate the dough a little bit. Toss all this in there, and it's gonna hopefully give us a nice fudgy, coconutty pie. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I've never made this pie. Looks good. To me, it looks very much like a brownie. I feel like all this crust, I'm hoping it at least kind of bakes up enough to fill it out, because definitely use something there. So, that's the gist of our pie. Yeah. And it's going to go into the oven for about 30 minutes. Like I said, on the bottom rack, we want a brownie-like crust on the top, but we want to kind of leave it under baked a little bit so you have a nice fudgy inside. So half an hour, I'll see you then. Okay, so I just took our pie out of the oven. So good. I was wondering, you know, there's no leavening agent, so I wondered how much it would puff up, because there's a lot of crust in there. But I'm gonna fill that in with some whipped cream, so we're all good. But this is what took about 40 minutes on the lowest rack of the oven. You just want that crust on the top. You just want it to set just enough, because you want that gooey fudgy center. Okay. 350, about 40 minutes. Hi. So yeah, like I said, sleeping baby. Okay, see you right here with me. So, alright, I can't show you this because I didn't make it. This is my wife did this. But take a block of cream cheese, half a cup of powdered sugar, teaspoon of vanilla, and blend all that up. And what we get is a nice sweet cream cheese. You can use that on its own. It's like a good fruit dip, but my wife takes that and blends that with. You just fold in a tub of Cool Whip, and what you'll get is like a nice, kind of an airy, sweet cream cheese, kind of a fluff, and see, it kind of holds together really, really well. And it is perfect. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look, it's perfect with this pie. It really is. I can't stress enough just how important I think it is to take those pecans. Now you can just take those pecans and put them whole, toss them in this pie. But take those pecans and put them in a blender or food processor like I did. Blend them down to a meal. I mean, really, blend out all chunks. Blend them down to a meal. Before the like I said, before the everything, you know, doing prep. Just take a sheet pan, and I dump those nuts and that coconut onto that sheet pan. Put that in the oven into like a 300-degree oven for about 15 minutes, and let that just toast those nuts and toast that coconut, and it'll smell so good. About 15 minutes. Yeah, I'd take it up at midway and kind of toss it a little bit, but it's going to get really fragrant in the house, and those oils are going to get released, and that flavor is really going to come out. Man. And see, when you use that coconut oil in the pie, rather than a more neutral oil like a canola oil, get that coconut flavor, and it's really going to pick up that toasted coconut in there. Um, but the pecans are both of those additions are optional. My wife is having some dental issues, so I didn't want to toss in a lot of pecans. So I thought, well, if I make it into a meal, which like if you watch the videos, I like to take with banana bread. I'll take walnuts and do the same thing. Take about half a cup of walnuts and grind it into a meal. Put that into uh, banana bread. Uh, Walnuts are packed with omega 3s, so it's a nice addition for my baby because we're vegetarian. Um, but and you can easily do that here. You can put that canola oil in this pie if you want to. I chose coconut oil because I knew I wanted to add this toasted coconut. Uh, Pecans, that's up to you. Otherwise, you'll get just a fudgy uh, brownie, and that's good too. I mean, what I think it does is it just adds really good texture to this pie. It adds like it kind of gives support to that fudge. Um, but and also this whipped topping, and that's just something we had in the fridge. My wife had made it for a party. We had a big tub of it, and I thought as you can see, it easily fills whatever cavity is left from the non-rising brownie. You can top it however you want. There's a great just comes to mind. There's a great same thing peanut butter and whipped topping and little powdered sugar makes a nice little peanut butter whip. That'd be great for this too. Um, this is a nice southern North Carolina pie. That's where it gets its name, Tarheel pie, because of the fudge, the Tarheel. But yeah, don't shy away from those pecans. A great flavor. Be sure to toast them along with that coconut. Um, but just be kind to each other. Every day it's getting harder. I'm so tired. I feel so wiped. I feel so tired. I've been watching the Fast Saga, Fast and Furious. There's 10 of them. About 2.5 hours each. They just get progressively more bonkers. It's doing things to rot my brain, I think. Listen to the How Did This Get Made podcast and listen to old episodes, and they go through the Fast Saga. So I thought I'll listen to the podcast along with it. It's like an active podcasting is what I would call it. Listen to podcasts to and from where I walk to work every day. To and from work in about an hour. So listen to podcasts all the time, all day. And How Did This Get Made? Paul Scheer, Jason Mantzoukas. Basically, they watch terrible movies and they make fun of them, but also find appreciation, find the art, So I thought I'll do it. I'll jump in. I've never really watched them. I remember watching the first one when it came out. Because my brother's one of those dumb jock Vin Diesel types. Like, I love Vin Diesel, I love the fast cars. He's an idiot. I remember seeing that one, but I saw the second one because Tyrese, man, that dude just he's so charismatic. But we hungry. His big tagline in that movie was "We hungry." I don't know. I just jumped in, and I mean, I'm watching Fast 8, Fate of the Furious, Fate of the Furious. Good God, what am I gonna do with all this? I need to start a podcast or something where I need another person. If you're out there, anyone, if you're out there and you just I want to talk about the Fast movies because it's crazy and it's eating me alive. I need to get it out. Find me, bruh. I'm right here. Come on. I work at the library. We have a podcasting booth. I'll make this happen. I gotta get it out. It's all madness. But until then, enjoy your pie. It's a nice, awesome brownie in a flaky crust. Who'd have thought, you know? But my wife saw this pie and really wanted it, so um, this has been awesome. But it's great cold. Pop it in the microwave. This is awesome. Really, pop it in the microwave for about 15 seconds, and the inside will be like really a little more melted than the outside, so it's almost like a chocolate lava cake. You know, it's great. But if you have whipped cream, nice ice cream, any top it however you want. But Tarheel pie, um, what baby wants, baby gets, and what kind of daddy baker would I be if I didn't make her brownies? Um, so I hope you like it, and I hope you're able to relax a little bit. I want to go finish Fate and Furious. I want it to end. Um, but we'll take this for some sustenance and maybe learn something. I don't know, man. The last one was Walker's last film, and he died, and they did the CGI footage at the end, and I don't know, man. Seeing Tyrese and Ludacris, like, going, man, they're watching him on the beach, and it's like his final send off because they're gonna retire Brian's character. He's with Mia. They have 2 kids now. They're gonna have a baby. They have 2 kids, and they're just watching him. And at this point, they know. At this point, Walker has died. So these scenes are. It's like when you see Tyrese's face, when you see Ludacris looking on, and like that wistful, like kind of love or respect. I don't know. Like it made me. I teared up. I felt it in here. My dad heart. I felt it. Um. Why? Why? What am I doing this for? There's no reason for any of this. Have some Tarheel pie. Thank me for it later. Give it to your friends. Give it to your neighbors. I'm gonna go enjoy the last little bit of quiet time before the baby wakes up. So, until next time, I love you. Be good. Happy baking.
Is that good? Is that good? You gonna clap? Is that yummy? Clap!
So sweet. So sweet.